My fiance invited his situationship to our wedding without telling me.
The more the merrier.
As they say. Especially all the situationships, as they also say. I, 23-year-old female, am getting married in January and just found out my fiance, Mark, 25-year-old male, fake name, invited his old situationship to our wedding without consulting me.
Well, she's a hoot, right?
Yeah.
That's why.
She's a good time. Can you? By the way, this comes from you-no-nectarine299 on the OK Storytime subreddit. So, for context, me and Mark met on a dating app 2 years ago after he broke up with the relationship. To be honest, it's quite confusing what he and Tracy, 22-year-old female, had. They met because of a mutual friend and started to develop feelings for each other. Mark told me they never dated or slept together, but it was more than friendship. Until today, he keeps her love letters, gifts, and talks about her.
Okay.
So they had like a romantic relationship. There was love letters. Supposedly they never like dated or slept together.
It sounds like she didn't want to get in the relationship.
You think so?
If he was writing love letters?
Oh, wait.
Who was writing the love letters? Was it both parties?
He keeps her love letters.
So he didn't want the relationship.
Well, we don't know. Like, yeah, that's a good question. Like, why didn't they date if they were sending love letters to each other? Tracy and him tried to stay in contact after the breakup. So they didn't date according to the story, but they had a breakup. Staying friends, but she ghosted him after finding out we started to date. From what I saw on her social media, she's in a relationship, so I'm not worried about her trying to get with my fiance again. They haven't been in contact for 2 years, but he still has her number and email. I found out about him inviting her after I checked again our guest list and finding her name. I know Tracy's not a threat to our relationship, but Mark inviting her behind my back makes me feel bad about our whole wedding. He told me he doesn't feel anything for her, yet he made sure to send her an invitation. This is probably me being insecure, but my fear of him not getting over her is slowly creeping inside my heart. I don't want to lose him. She said, my fear of him not getting over here is slowly creeping inside my heart.
Oh, okay.
After reading the comments and talking with some friends, my heart finally understood Mark never really got over Tracy. In the beginning, I was in denial, but I went out with Tom, 24-year-old male, his best friend of years, to understand about what really happened between them. Tracy and Mark met because of some friends in common. Okay, we're getting the whole backstory here.
Oh boy, here we go.
So she just got into the university and was 17 at the time, while Mark was already almost graduating. They stayed friends for 2 years and feelings started to blossom.
Okay.
Mark was already working while she was still in college. He only wanted to formally date her after her graduation. So he was the one limiting it from being a real relationship.
Got it.
It was never a thing, even though they shared love letters, gifts, and shared almost every holiday together. So Tom told me everyone from their old friend group thought they would marry since they were so sweet together. So their breakup was really unpredictable. Tracy was the one who broke up with Mark due to their religious values not lining up. Oh, so she actually broke up with him as she wanted to save herself until marriage. In the end, they decided it was better to go separate ways and maybe try again after a few years.
Okay.
But after me and Mark started to date, Tracy realized that it was pointless to wait for him and started to see other people. So she blocked him and everything except email just to have a clean beginning.
Okay. But this was the girl.
In the end, I finally realized Mark is just hopeful that Tracy will come back to him due to their talks of trying again after a while. It honestly hurt so much as I loved him so much. I still didn't confront him since I'm still shaken up, but I don't know if this marriage will happen. I'm going to update once I calm down and confront him. Okay, so there is another update. I just want to say there are so many assumptions going on OP's part.
Yeah.
They make sense. It's quite reasonable to like hear about all this stuff, not really know it, and to like jump to all these conclusions, but they will stay conclusions until they are confirmed. And she said she's going to confront him. There's nothing really to like confront him about. It's more of just like checking if these things are true or not. So it's been a while since the last update, and I'm here to announce the wedding has been called off. My parents are the one canceling everything for me. It's like I returned to my childhood when mom and dad had to solve my problems. I confronted Mark after talking with Tom and made him aware of everything I've been dealing with. His reaction at the beginning was dismissive and was almost as if he was trying to escape from the situation. In the end, we don't know how she brought it up to him, but it could possibly have been very blaming. We don't know.
Wait, yeah, the way it was.
In the end, Mark said he never loved someone. You were right, dude.
The first love theory.
It is, yes. Crazy, because it was pure and innocent.
He dunked it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So she reminded him that not everything is about carnal desire, and in the darkest moments of his life, Tracy was like a sunlight. Jeez, man.
Golly.
Hearing the man you love admitting how much he loved a woman is so hurtful. Okay, so one, OP was making a lot of assumptions. They turned out to be true.
This isn't always the case, okay? Don't follow this rule book. This is the only exception. You know how you do a math problem?
Yeah.
And you do it wrong, but you get the answer right?
During the talk, I started to cry, bawling my eyes out. That's so sad, dude. Mark had the audacity to say he loves me, but it's a different kind of love.
Yeah, like you have first place and second place. You're like
Babe,
second place.
I still love you, but just like less. I asked why he invited her to our wedding, and he was speechless. Why he had to throw away our future for something in the past. This hurts so much.
You know what's worse? Like Tracy's probably completely moved on.
Yeah.
So like he just ruined. He just shot
He
two birds with one stone, my dude.
Whew. Mark told me he knew Tracy didn't block him on email since he was the one who helped her get her first job, and a lot of professional stuff was also involved. This is how he was able to send her our wedding invitation, but he meant no harm. When I asked what he meant with this, Mark just said he wanted to make her watch us together and realize what she lost because he was hurt that Tracy was pregnant and not married. Dude, so you're using your fiance and your wedding, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, to make a past partner jealous. Just such not a good look.
Oh my gosh.
So the moment Mark mentioned about Tracy's pregnancy, a red alarm started to echo in my head. How did he know about her pregnancy?
Yeah, and plus he's probably pissed because he's like, she wouldn't sleep with me, and that's why we wouldn't get together.
Oh, you're right. You said she blocked you everywhere. I could see panic in his eyes as he started to stutter. In the end, I made him give me his phone, and I found out more than 5 accounts to stalk Tracy. 5 accounts.
Oh man, he really wasn't over.
He's really not over this woman.
Oh my gosh.
My stomach felt sick and the urge to vomit was overwhelming. In the end, I decided to call off the engagement since he was a creep.
Oh, yeah.
Mark threw himself on the floor asking for forgiveness, and he loves me just in a different way. So he's on the floor. And he's like, I love you so much, baby, but like, not like I love Tracy.
Not as much.
Just in a different way compared to Tracy, and was just hurt that she gave herself to another man while he begged her countless times for spicy sleep. This made me feel even more disgusted with him because he felt entitled to her virginity and body. Yeah, it's never a good look to beg someone to sleep with you.
Oh my gosh.
I left without taking even a bag with me. Everything is just too much. I can't believe I spent 2 years loving a stalker man-child. Oh, I also told Tracy everything and his accounts.
That's what I was about to say. You can be a girl's girl here and let Tracy know.
Damn. So I don't know if she saw my messages, but I hope she does. The jealousy I once felt for her transformed into pity, as no woman should go through what Mark has done. Mark wants to meet up with me and doesn't want to break up, but I'm just so tired. Small update, Tracy messaged me and wants to get a coffee with me. This is like that one movie with Kate Upton where...
Yes.
Like all the girlfriends got together and like plotted the downfall of the man. Update 3. I think this is my last update since I've already met up with Tracy and talked about what happened. Me and her met at a cafe in the beginning. I was really nervous as I didn't know what was her reaction because her reply was hi. When I was waiting for her, I could feel my back sweating and overall lots of emotion. Tracy arrived and I finally understood why Mark was so obsessed with her as she is definitely one of the most beautiful women I saw.
Oh, wow.
She's pretty on the pictures, but personally, she looks better. Tracy said hello to me and asked if I'm willing to go to her house to talk since being outside for too long makes her really tired. We ordered some coffee to go and it was super awkward. So now let's talk about what she told me. First of all, she apologized for being the reason why now I'm single, which I assured her is not her fault. Tracy said she received the invitation but was simply not interested in participating in our wedding as she was already in a happy relationship and it's pointless to see a person from the past. With the story Tom and Mark told me, I got curious and asked about them staying friends as it sounded like she wanted to stay with him after the breakup and it's the polar opposite of her behavior. Tracy was extremely uncomfortable with this question but still explained to me why she said that. In the beginning, she was really in love with Mark because he was her first love. She described him as a protector, someone trustworthy, handsome, and kind, as he always showered her in gifts and travels. Everything was fine and sweet, but over time, Mark started to beg her for spicy sleep, so much to the point of her pretending to be sick just to avoid him. Scary. She just didn't want to sleep with him, had some sort of blockage, like a sixth sense telling her not to do it. She was sick and tired about all this and used the fact that her parents were extremely religious to justify why spicy sleep was off the table. This led to a fight, which Mark never told me, and then breaking up. Oh, so the spicy sleep was the sole. Oh, I guess they mentioned that earlier.
He thought it was a religious thing.
Yeah.
But it was because she was like
he was like pressuring her to have spicy sleep. And she was like, no.
ay.
Like her body was just saying no. So, but 2 weeks after, they started to talk again as she felt in debt with him, as he helped her get a job in a prestigious company, and he spent a lot of money on her with trips, foods, and presents. Oh, geez. One of the gifts was a Rolex. 18th birthday, which made me mad since he never spent so much money on me. She's like, he never got me crap.
He never got me a Rolex.
So when Tracy found out me and Mark were seeing each other, she felt relieved and finally had a proper reason to block him everywhere, since he was still sometimes hinting about them sleeping together.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
dang.
gross.
And you were like, he spent thousands on me. I owe him this.
Well, he's like, even after they're breaking up, he's messaging her, hinting, like still trying to get spicy sleep with her.
Wild.
Jeez. In the end, I told her in the entire relationship, Mark would sometimes talk about her, and in the beginning it was kind of weird, but I just brushed it off since she was part of the story. But if you want to be a part of our story, you could join us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile. There's another relevant update. Also, I talked about Mark's numerous accounts, and in the beginning she didn't believe me. But I showed her the accounts I knew, which was creepy since they all had female names, followers, and pictures. So he put effort into these accounts. He was like cultivating a following. He was like,
she's posting. Sometimes you can tell accounts are fake because it's like they all got posted within like 3 days of each other. But he probably was like, I'm going to post this one here, schedule this one there, schedule this one there.
This one is living in Mark's head rent free, like for years.
Golly.
Her account is public, so I asked Tracy to make it private. She made a new account with her Korean name and deactivated the old one. We had fun and became friends.
Nice.
It really is like that movie. Like they
really
all became buddies.
It really is.
She is a really sweet person, and I saw how her boyfriend treated her like a queen. I'm happy she found love and got rid of Mark. Wow.
Got rid of that stain.
It's just scary. Like hearing these stories and hearing about how people are in these relationships and they're like in love with their partners they're going to marry, and then they just find out all this crap. Yeah, they're just not comfortable. Like
that's going to take a lot of rewiring.
Yeah. Hopefully you get that, Mark.
Yeah.
But that's that story.